Hello guys, hope you are doing good. So today we are going to discuss about sharing rule. I know this is a common topic, but trust me guys, this is an very essential topic to know the nitty-gritty of sharing rule. So let's get started then without wasting any time further. Suppose we have an ABC company and a new employee joined couple of months ago. Her name is Nidhi. And on that same company, on that same organization, there is one senior Salesforce administrator work. Her name is Rashmi. Now, Nidhi don't know about sharing architecture, sharing model, but she is very curious to understand what is sharing architecture in Salesforce. So she approach Rashmi and ask her, can you please help me on that one? Rashmi is very kind to everyone and she told Nidhi, why not? Let's have an detailed discussion on what is sharing model, how it works on Salesforce. So there is so many things on sharing m- model, but today in this session, Rashmi will not go to each and everything. We will discuss about what is sharing model, how sharing works in Salesforce, different type of record sharing till manual sharing. Up to this point, we are going to discuss on this video. Later on, we will have some in this particular sharing model series. We will in our upcoming videos, we will share you restriction rule, implicit sharing, and some interview question as well. But not in today's session. That will be upcoming in upcoming session. We are going to we are going to discuss about that one. So, first thing, what is sharing model? What do we mean by sharing model? Let's comprehend that first. Rashmi told that to Nidhi. So, it's the organization ability to provide data access. This model will determine who can see what. It controls how records are shared with different users and group. Let me explain it further with an example. Suppose in ABC organization or company, every employee have got their annual performance review, but that is very confidential. Only the employee, his or her manager, and HR should able to view the performance review or include on that particular review process. No peer or no other manager should able to view one's performance feedback or review because based upon that some bonus or salary increment will happen. So that is very confidential data. Same goes with salary. Salary is very confidential. It should not shared with manager, HR or anyone. It should be visible to employee only. Now, how we can solve this requirement? There comes sharing model. Who can see what? So I hope you are able to understand the concept, the overview of what is sharing model. Now let's come into how sharing model works in Salesforce. It works by controlling access to data or records based on different factors. In broader way, we can divide it into two different parts. One is object or field level access and another one is data level access. In this session, our main focus will be on data level access rather than object level access. Although I will provide you a brief overview of object and field level access. So now what do we mean by object and field level access? Why it is required? So in Salesforce, the first and foremost task we need to perform to provide access to data is to provide access on object or field where the data is going to be stored. Otherwise, users are not able to access any data. So that's why object or field level access is very much crucial. And we can provide that using our profiles or permission set that present in Salesforce out of the box. Or we can create our custom profile or permission set. Once we have given user necessary access in object or field level, then comes what data user can able to view. Okay, allow me to illustrate with that concept with an example. So suppose uh, we have some bear and some fox in our company. Okay, so we have account data and we have account Acme 1, Acme 2 and Acme 3. Now that cute little bear should have access on Acme 1 and Acme 3, but the clever fox should not have access on Acme 3. Rather, that fox should have access on Acme 2 data and Acme 1. Now, if we don't give them object level or field level access, then they can't able to view any data. That is Acme 1, 2 or 3, they can't able to see any data. So that is basic preliminary. We have given them access on account object and the field, whatever is required, we have given them. Now come into the picture how we can give them, how we can give access to Acme 1 and Acme 2 to Fox and Acme 1 and Acme 3 to this beer. There comes sharing model that is controlled by or governed by sharing model. So that is how our sharing model works. There are different type of sharing models. This include organization by default, role hierarchy, and additional option, progressing from bottom to top. Now, what does I mean by bottom to top? In the slide, if you can see in the bottom, we have organization by default and in the top we have territory hierarchy access. So what does bottom to top mean? That bottom one is more restricted one. And as we are progressing top, user will get more record access. Okay, so hope that is clear. You got some idea about like what is bottom and what is top. So let's start with organization by default because that is the like in the bottommost position we have organization by default. Okay. So organization by default used to define the default level of access in more restrictive level that user have to each other's record. Suppose we want that account data should be visible to everyone in the organization, everyone. then what we will do? We will set organization by default as public read only. But there is one custom object that is suppose cookie recipe. We don't want that whoever is the owner of that particular recipe, only that person will able to view his or her recipe. No other person in the organization will able to see each other's data. In that case, we need to make OWD most restrictive, that is private. So mainly we have three option in OWD, that is private, public read only and public read write. There is one more that is controlled by parent. And in some case you can see public read write as public read write transfer in like in case of lead or cases. Okay. So now suppose in my object I have create, read, edit, delete. I have given everything on object level to Nidhi and Rashmi. Same. Now I set private as the organization by default. In that case, what will happen? The record one on that particular object where the owner is Nidhi, it will only visible to Nidhi. Rashmi will not able to see the record one in when she log in with her access. Now suppose record 2 is created by Rashmi. Then Rashmi will able to see record 2 but Nidhi will not able to see record 2 because we have set OWD as private. Okay, so OWD is the like restrictive level access that we want to set for our organization. Now comes role hierarchy. So organization by default is in bottom, and on top of that we have role hierarchy. Now with the role hierarchy, with the help of role hierarchy, we can like extend the access. Okay, we can extend the access that is being restricted via OWD. We can extend the access to record so that people who want some exception in their organization, they can able to view the record. So via role hierarchy, we generally share opportunity, contact, and case. In the role hierarchy, when it is required, when your OWD is private and public read only. If your OWD is set as public read write, then role hierarchy is not required. Let's see it in action. I have already logged in into Salesforce. So let me go into Salesforce. Okay, let me log in again. Okay, so first see what user we have in our organization. So where you can find user profile, that is under user, or you can type on this particular quick find box, you can find from there as well. So if you go to user, what different type of user which we are going to use on this particular demo, let's see that one. Okay. And meanwhile, let me show you from where you can see your organization by default. Type here on the quick find box as sharing. Okay. And then click on sharing setting. So it will open sharing setting. So we have Rashmi and we have Nidhi. And this is our two user. Okay. So we have Rashmi. He's Her profile is custom sales profile and role is Eastern sales team. And we also have Nidhi. Nidhi is also with same role, that is Eastern sales team, but her profile is standard platform user. Okay. Now, this is our OWD. So you can see we can type sharing on the quick find box to get that one, or under security you will find sharing setting. From there also you will able to navigate to sharing setting. Now in the sharing setting you can able to see organization wide default. So organization wide default, here you can set whatever you want. Like for my case, I have set contact as private, opportunity as private. See, you can see for asset it is controlled by parent. Control by parent mainly comes for master detailed relationship, where master detailed relationship exists. In case of lead, you can see we have public read write transfer. So all those things we have. Now for contact, I don't want that whatever contact Nidhi created, that should not be visible to Rashmi, and whatever contact Rashmi created, that should not be visible to Nidhi. So that is my requirement. So I have set contact as private. Okay, fair. We have set organization wide default as OWD. OWD as private. Till this point, we have set it as most restrictive one. Now comes role hierarchy. Okay, so what we'll do able to do with the role hierarchy, we will extend the access to record. Let me log in with Nidhi and let me go to account section. So I will navigate to accounts, and on this particular account, I have some contact on the, so I will click on edge communication, and I have one contact called, I have created this contact, not me, Nidhi has created this contact called Khushbu Gupta. So you can see the contact owner is Nidhi Sharma, and she has created this particular contact. So as my OWD is private, this should not be visible to Rashmi. That is our requirement, right? So let me log out as Nidhi and let me log in as Rashmi. In with Rashmi, and I will show you that Khushbu Gupta is not visible to Rashmi because Nidhi has created that particular contact, and as our OWD is private. So I have logged in with this one. I will go to accounts. I will go to edge communication. Then on the related, I am only able to see two contacts. Though this account is owned by Rashmi, still she is not able to view the contacts that has been created by Nidhi. So here Here you can see account owner Rashmi Bhatt, but still she is not able to see the contacts created by Nidhi. So let me log out as Rashmi Bhatt. We have some requirement that with the same, if two particular user is belonging to same role, then they should able to see each other's data. Okay, whatever contacts one particular user has been created, that should be visible to another user of the same role hierarchy. In that case, how we can able to give the access? So you can type here role, okay, and then click on this roles. You can get it on under user as well. So I go to this particular one, roles, and then set up roles. So here if I expand all, so in the Eastern Sales team we have Nidhi as well as Rashmi Bhatt. Now here if I click on edit, what I will have, I can provide access on contact opportunity case. Now this one, what I have selected, user cannot able to see view access contacts that they don't own, though they own accounts. Same for opportunity, same for case. Now we can give it view all access or view plus edit. As of now, I will only give them view access only for contact. Now I click on save time. Now let me log in with Rashmi Bhatt and let me see whether I am able to view that particular record or not after giving this particular access via role hierarchy. Okay, now let me log in. Okay, I got that one. Click on login. I will navigate to accounts. I will navigate to edge communication and from there all the contacts. So see, now I am able to view Khushbu Gupta. So if I click on this one, I am able to see who has created this one. Contact owner is Nidhi Sharma. What is the details of this particular contact? So I am able to view that one. Now, if I want to edit it, can I able to edit it? Let's see what happens. Okay. So I clicked on edit. I suppose I want to edit the phone number. So if I click on save, it should not allow me to save this one because via role hierarchy we have given only view access. So particular this contact Rashmi should not able to edit. But let's see what is Salesforce, how it reacts. So let me click on save. Yeah, see, we get the error message that you don't have the privilege to edit this record message to this particular record. But I do have edit access on my profile. So this particular record I can't edit because this is not created by me and I got the sharing via role hierarchy and I got only read access on that one. But the record that I own on this particular account, suppose, let me show you. Suppose this one, Rose. Okay, this contact, I own this particular contact. Now I want to edit some of the, suppose phone number. I want to edit the phone number of this particular contact. So let me change it to 1. If I click on save now, it should save that particular record. Let's see that. If I click on save, it saved successfully. My phone number got updated and everything is fine. So I hope now, like how the role hierarchy and OWD uh, play roles in our Salesforce, you will able to get the overview of that one. Now, we don't have this particular requirement like particular role should able to view the data. Rather, we have the requirement that the role, the user of the same role can edit each other's data. In that case, we need to select the third option. That is, user in this role can edit all data. If you select this one and save it, then the record that is created by Nidhi is very well can be edited by Rashmi. Okay, so I think now you are clear how OWD and role hierarchy works. Okay, so let me explain some other thing. Suppose we have now we know that in the particular contact object for Nidhi and Rashmi both have create, edit and delete access. So that is the reason based upon what role hierarchy, what option we are choosing, whether we choose private, that is, sorry, whether we are choose org by default. If we choose org by default as private and and role hierarchy as no access, then they will not able to view each other's contact opportunity and case data. Now, if my OWD is still private, but I provided view access, in that case, they able to view each other's data, but they can't edit it. Now, if my role hierarchy is view and edit, they can able to view and edit each other's data that we have just seen in our demo. There is one more part. Suppose the profile that Nidhi has, she has create, read, edit and delete access via profile. But Rashmi don't have edit or delete permission via profile. She has only create and read access. So what will happen in that case? In that case, what will happen that though we shared the contact via role hierarchy as view plus edit, but still Rashmi will not able to edit the data. Why so? Because in the profile or via permission set, we didn't give edit access to Rashmi. So that's why she can't able to edit any data of contact. She can't edit any data. Now, if both Nidhi and Rashmi both got create and read access on on contact object, and we have org by default set as public read write so that everyone can able to see it, everyone can able to edit it, but still Nidhi and Rashmi not able to edit the data because via profile or permission set we haven't provided them edit access. So that is how our OWD and role hierarchy works. Now, one more thing, let me explain that one. So, till this point, what I have explained that is like peer level, right? So, Nidhi and Rashmi both in the same role hierarchy. So, that is how, if you are in the same role hierarchy, we can share it. Now, suppose let me go to our Salesforce. Now suppose this is my role hierarchy, and if I go to my role hierarchy and set up roles, okay, let me expand everything. Now, yeah. So Nidhi and Rashmi both are in Eastern sales team. Now, if there is any person who are having this director direct sales particular role, she or he does not require any special access to see standard object data for those who are member of Eastern sales team. Why so? Because direct sales is like parent is like on a verb of this Eastern sales team. So they can able to see all the standard object data, whatever is owned by Eastern sales team or Western sales team. Same for VP North America sales. The user, if we have user on this particular role, then he or she able to see all the data that is owned by any of the role that is beneath VP North America sales. Same goes for CEO. So CEO has all the data access that is beneath his or her role. So that is how role hierarchy works. Now, why I said only for standard object and not I have mentioned the mm, custom object? Because for custom object, we can maintain that. Whether we want to see our manager should have access on that particular custom object data via role hierarchy or not. From where we can control that? Go to sharing settings, that is organization wide settings, and here you can able to see grant access using hierarchies. So what is grant access using hierarchy? So if we edit this one, let us see. So lead, contact, case, those are opportunity. All of them are standard object. So in this case, we can't do anything for grant access using hierarchy. That is Salesforce provided. But suppose I have created a custom object called cookie recipe. Okay. Here I have that particular checkbox. I can uncheck that one. And if I uncheck this one, and suppose Nidhi has created a particular record on cookie recipe, then he's then her manager will not able to see the data that is owned by Nidhi. It needs to be shared by different ways to her manager, then only her manager able to see that one. So suppose uh, other than cookie recipe, suppose we have created a custom object called salary, and salary should not be visible to anyone except the employee herself or himself. In that case, what we can do, we can uncheck this particular grant access via hierarchy, grant access using hierarchies. We can uncheck that one and we can set the OWDS private. Then it will not be visible to anyone except that particular user. Okay, so that is all about role hierarchy. Now let me go to another sharing type, that is sharing rule. Now, what is sharing rule? We have already talked about OWD role hierarchy. Then why do we require sharing rule? Okay. So suppose what we have seen that via role hierarchy, we can able to give access on opportunity, case, and contacts. Now we want to suppose we have a company called Bake Bakery. Okay, and we have a role hierarchy, that is we have in San Jose we have Sarah, in San Diego we have Swatik, and then San Jose is under North California and the head of North California is Kareem. South San Diego is under South California and there works Mike. The head of South California is Mike. And we have California, that is under that is on top of North California and South California, and the head of California is Pia. So now Bake Bakery use some cookie recipe that is owned by Sarah, and we have set it as private, so Swatik will not able to view that one. But we have not unchecked grant access via hierarchy. So in that case, Karim will able to see that one, view that one, whatever recipe, cookie recipe Sarah created. Okay. Now, what happened? Mike want the access of cookie recipe that has been uh, used by North California. Now, North California is different role and South California is different role. We want to share the data access beyond the role, means beyond North California to South California. How we can able to do that one? There comes sharing rule. Okay, let's see it in action. Okay, let's go back to our sharing settings in Salesforce. I cancel that one. I will navigate to role hierarchy and I have created here. So we have California. Under that we have North California, we have South California. Under South California, we have San Jose. Under South California, we created San Diego. Clear? Now, what we want? We want whatever data we have on North California that needs to be shared with South California. How we can able to do that one? Now, let me go to uh, sharing setting. Here we have sharing rule. Okay, sharing rule. We want to do it for cookie recipe. So we have this particular cookie recipe sharing rule. Click on new. Provide that north to south. Sorry, north to south. You can provide any description, whatever you want. Now, rule type. What is rule type? So there is two different type of rule that is based on record sharing and based on criteria. So in our particular case that we have just the requirement just that we have just discussed in that case, so what we have told, the record that is owned by any person present on role hierarchy on role North California or beneath that, all the data should be shared with South California role. So what we will do in that case, this is like owner. This is based on record owner. We want to share it. So in this case, what we'll do, roles and subordinates, we want to share North California data to only roles. Don't select role and subordinate, because if you select role and subordinate, what will happen? Then not only Mike, Swartik will also get the data access that is created by any people, any person who belongs to North California and all the role hierarchy underneath that one. Everyone's data is can be accessed by Swarthik, but that is not our requirement. Our requirement is it should be only visible to Mike or whosoever has access is in the role of South California. Only they should able to access that one. So that's why we selected shared with roles, and here we want to select South California. And what we want to give access level, we have two type of access level here, read only, read write. So we will give only read only. If we want them that South California team able to edit that one, in that case we will give them read and write access, but we don't want that one. So we have just given them read only access. Okay. Now if we save that one, it will take some time, but then they will get access to all the cookies that has been created by Sarah or Karim. Fair enough till this point? Now, suppose we have talked about record-based sharing. Now, let me show you what is this based on criteria one. Okay, so based on criteria, how we'll able to share that one. So when it comes to the picture, suppose there is some great success that we earned so much of revenue on a particular cookie recipe. In that case, for that one, we want to share it with marketing team. So generally, marketing team will not have access on cookie recipe that is created by either by South California or North California team, but whenever the total revenue exceed a particular amount at that time, marketing team should have read-only access on that particular cookie recipe. So that is why then what we need to do, we need to select based on criteria. So if we select rule type as based on criteria, we can provide whatever criteria we want here and then what access level we want and with whom we want to share. Okay, so this is how it works. Now let's see it in action. Okay, so in my role, suppose marketing team, on the marketing team, let me open it. So marketing team, we have Andrew on this particular marketing team. Okay. Now, because this is a development org, so I don't have that much of a particular user. So I will show you that Nidhi has created one particular record, that is cookie record. So let me log in into Salesforce. Okay, cookie, cookie recipe. So this is the cookie recipe. Here we have provided what is the recipe name, what is the ingredients, steps to follow, and total revenue. So this is my total revenue. So total revenue didn't exceed whatever we have set up on our sharing rule. So it is not greater than this particular amount. So this particular tree cookie should not be visible to Android. So let's log in. Role marketing team. Okay. Cookie recipe. Cookie recipes. Okay. Oh, he doesn't have access. Now what we can do? Okay, let's see. If if it exceed that much of amount, whether he is able to see that particular data or not. Let's see that one. Okay. Let me open cookie recipe and let me open this one as well. Okay, it is opening. So tree cookie. I am system admin, so I can able to view or edit any data. So let me edit it. Let me edit it to higher one and I save it. Okay. Now let me log in again with this user. Okay. Now same cookie recipe. Okay. And let me see all data. There it goes. So it's our sharing rule worked. Whenever it goes beyond a particular amount that we have put here, then I'm able to see it. Okay, but I can't edit it. I will get an error message if I try to edit, but I am able to view it. So this is how your criteria based sharing rule works. So hope it is clear now when we required OWD, when we required role hierarchy and sharing rule. Now, what is manual sharing? Manual sharing is like I want, suppose in this particular scenario, okay? Suppose this is the record is created by Nidhi and Rashmi is asking, can you give me that recipe of tree cookie? Then Nidhi is saying, sure, why not? Let me share it with you. So what she will do? She will share it manually because she is the owner of that particular tree cookie recipe. She can share it with Nidhi, with Rashmi. So let us share that. Let's see that one. Okay. So let me open Rashmi and Nidhi. Okay. So let's see first whether Rashmi has access on that particular record or not. Okay, then it will be easier to understand if we share it manually. I mean, if Nidhi share it manually, whether Rashmi able to see that, view that one or not. So I will go to cookie recipe and I check is there any cookie recipe present or tree cookie recipe present? No, I don't have any data. So now Rashmi asked Nidhi that could you please share that particular data with me? So she agree on that one and she will share it with Rashmi. So how she can able to do that one? Let's see that one. So now I have logged in. I will log in as Nidhi Sharma. Refresh this page. So yes, okay. Now this one is logged in. So I will log in with Nidhi Sharma. Let me log in. Okay, I logged in. Now Nidhi will share it with recipe, tree cookie recipe, and we have a button called sharing. Here I will type Rashmi and I will give him only read access, no read write. I will save and I got the access that it is success. Now I log out from with Nidhi. Okay, let me check with Rashmi whether she able to access that or not. Okay, now let me log in. And let me go to cookie recipe, all recipe, and bingo. They have access. What level of access they have? So that we need to check, right? Let me go to cookie recipe once again. Okay, so I will go to tree cookie tree cookie, and on that particular record, I will check sharing hierarchy. In the sharing hierarchy, I can able to see like who have what access. See, now if I want to know that from where Rashmi got read-only access, then what I need to do? I need to click on this view, and here I can able to see this is for manual sharing. That's why, because of manual sharing, that's why she got. Now, if I want to know that from where Rashmi got read-only access, then what I need to do? I need to click on this view, and here I can able to see this is for manual sharing. That's why, because of manual sharing, that's why she got read-only access. Same for Andre. If I want to check why he got access, then I can able to see that it is because of role member. He is a member of this particular role, marketing team. Okay, and this is the particular sharing rule, cookie recipe great success. That is why this Andre get read-only access. So that is how, as an admin, you can able to see how this particular who got access from where in a particular object. So yes, that is all about OWD, role hierarchy, sharing rule, and manual sharing. On our next video, we will come with more different types of record sharing, and like what is Apex managed sharing and how it works. All those things that will be, you will able to learn that, or you will able to get, refresh your memories in upcoming videos. So for today, I'm signing off. Thank you for watching this video. Hope you will like this video. If you like this video, please do like, share, or subscribe on this SFDC Chronicle channel. Thank you so much for watching this video.